Hello, party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I am here today with project number 4 from August Bargain Bead Box. We're still working on it over here. Still working on it. So this is project number 4. It's going to be a rosary chain style key necklace. Almost kind of like a wine necklace, kind of. But yeah, so I'm excited about it. I'm glad you guys are all here. Thank you so much for coming. I love to have you all on my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my videos and to leave a like or a comment. It's very helpful for me. So with all that being said, please let me just premise this video by saying this is a working studio. We are at Thunderhorse Descendant Studio. We have pets. They're crazy. Numerous dogs and a cat. We also have ongoing shipping going on and other things. So we are shipping your bead supply orders. We are shipping your handmade jewelry orders. So we recently launched our new website. I'm so excited about it, you guys. Please go check it out. It's www.thunderhorse-descendant.com. Same address as we've always had, but a totally new setup. I recently added a new category to the front page. So we have the bead store, the jewelry store, and then now a new home and gifts basically. So it's super fun. I just set that up yesterday and we're stocking that today. So in there you're going to find super magnets, gemstones, stationery products, home decor items that we make here. And so I'm excited because we recently set up our new sublimation printer. I've made a few projects, but this weekend I'm really hoping to get in there and get some projects done with it and just to try it out some more. So I'm super excited. So we now have a place on the website for those items, and hopefully in the future maybe some digital downloads and things like that. So it's just exciting. I'm so excited, but that's not the point of this video. It's not the point of this video. The point of this video is we are going to do project 4 from the Bargain Bead Box, which we all know and love. So let's get down to the bat, get this party started. Alrighty, my party peeps, here we are down on the mat. So first I'm just going to let you know what we are using from the Bargain Bead Box for project number 4. We are using the plain white beads. And our plan is to cap those. So we have our caps here. We have the links and a little bit of chain. We have a lobster claw in there. And then the focal of our bead, of our necklace, is going to be kind of long. Almost like, this is why I said it's kind of almost like a Y necklace. So to start out, per usual, I am going to go ahead and just put these things together. This is going to be super simple, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. I'm going to move these things up for just a second. Things that I'm going to be adding, I'm going to be using some 20 gauge titanium beading wire from Beadsmith. So this is the color titanium. In my personal opinion, this is the closest that I have to what would be like a gunmetal color. So this is what I'm going to be using today. And then I just have my gunmetal findings. So mostly because I'm going to be using the oval, gunmetal oval jump rings. So I have some 6s and some 8s. I don't know exactly what we'll be using, but we might need those. So let's get this party started, shall we? Let's start out with the focal portion. I'm just literally going to link these together. I think it's going to be super cute. So I think I will go ahead and use the smaller ovals for this. Okay, and then I'm just going to be using your run-of-the-mill tools here. If you don't know what they are, it is a chain nose and a square nose. I'm going to be using a flush wire cutter, a round nose plier, and I think that's about it. Easy peasy. So let's see. Which way do I want the key to hang? I think this way. I do always enjoy that, for the most part, Bargain Bead Box provides us with mostly double-sided items these days. You know, I mean, there's the occasional where there's not, but I do like that. These ones are double-sided. And I will say that when in the planning video, I kind of struggled with this box. This particular finding here, I had a lot of them left over, which I didn't have enough beads to use with, but I had also planned a kind of an interesting bracelet. That was project number, I think project number 2, which was really bead heavy, so that's probably my fault, but I did have a lot of these left over. I do like them, this finding here. I don't know, I was struggling with that. Okay, so that's it. This is going to be the focal portion. So it is quite long. I'll tell you how long it is. Once we got it all together, it is about 4 inches. So that's why we're not really adding too much bulk in the necklace portion of this. But I still think that it's cute and gives it that really like long Y necklace feel. So we're just going to put that to the side over here for now. And we are going to move into our beaded portion, where we're literally just going to cap these beads. When I first saw these beads, I was like, okay, you know, but now I'm like, all right, if we add these caps, they should look really cute. So I'm kind of excited about it. So I'm just going to get a little snippet of my 20 gauge wire here, and you could do this a couple of ways. You could wire wrap like I'm going to do, or you could go ahead and use your one-step looper if you have one, if you wanted to do it a little quicker. But for right now, I'm just going to get myself going here. Let me just go out just a little smidge so it doesn't get blurry on us. Okay, so I'm going to make a wire wrapped loop. I'm sure you guys have all seen me do this a million times, but if you are new, basically what you're going to do is you're going to leave about an inch or so of space. You're going to make a bend. Now, let me tell you what, everybody makes their wire wraps differently. It's really how you feel comfortable. This is just how I do it. If this is not how you do it, that's fine. So make a little bend there, and then we're going to wrap this over the top of the plier. Bring it all the way down. Okay, so this is what it should look like. I then let loose the tension on the plier, spin it so that now this on the top is empty, but I'm putting pressure there. I'm going to bring it all the way around, and I'm going to move the plier again over here, and I'm going to create a complete loop. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Okay. So then, once I have that, I'm going to just take this tail, I'm going to wrap it around our base wire, which is this one, 3 times. So there is 1, 2, 3. Now you can use your chain nose plier to do this too and like pull it tighter if you want to. That's completely up to you. And then I'm just going to go in with the flush cutter, and I'm going to use the flush side of the flush cutter. Okay, so that is this side, to get as close as a cut as I can get. And I'm going to just give it a trim. These little guys usually come flying off, so you gotta look out for that. Then I'm going to work hard in this by just giving it a little smush. That's a technical term, a little smush. Okay, and then I'm going to go up here to my tail, and I'm just going to tuck that in so that's not poking out the side. And that's how we're going to start. This is how we're going to start every single one of these, right? Because we're going to do what? Six of them? So then I'm going to put on my first bead cap. And I'm going to go ahead and cap this bead, one on the bottom, one on the top. Easy peasy. It looks nice, right? Okay, then we're going to do the same thing that we just did here, but on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a hold of this. I want to make sure that I'm kind of in the same area because this is a tapered tool, and the higher you go up, the larger your loop is going to be. So you want it to be about the same size, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of space, about 2 millimeters of space. You can see in here my finger. I'm going to bend the wire. When I bend the wire, the bottom part of my plier should actually touch the bead cap. That's the amount of space that I'm leaving. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over the top. We're going to release the tension to create this round loop. Bring it all the way around. Okay, put it back in there. And then we're going to wrap 3 times, or as many times as you can get down to the bead. That's why it's important to leave that space if you want them to look kind of symmetrical and you want to be able to, you know, wrap around. So you got to leave that space so that wire has somewhere to go. Okay, you don't want to leave too much space. It's kind of a thing. So we're just tucking that in, and then work hardening our loop on this side. So now I'm not really concerned about the way the loops are going. If you want them to be exactly the same, you can give it a little half a twist. You can usually get away with about a half a twist or so to get both those loops looking, you know, the same way. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do up the rest of these the same exact way that I did this one. Okay, and I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that we have all of our little links ready to go, these are what I had left for bead caps, so I'm just going to put those to the side. What we're going to do is we're first going to start with, I believe we'll start with the pendant. Okay, so you're going to have 3 of these for each side. I'm going to zoom out just a little smidge so it doesn't get blurry on us. Okay, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to attach these 2 on. We're going to use these, the same oval jump rings that we've been using. And this construction part is pretty simple because we're using what they call cold connection. So basically what that means is we are connecting with a jump ring instead of wire wrapping together. So I'm just putting the jump ring in there on the most outer ring and adding my bead like so. And we will just do the same thing on the other side. Now, some people like to wire wrap everything together and not use a cold connection because sometimes it makes the project a little more sturdy, and that's true. Myself, I prefer a cold connection because in most projects, because I really enjoy the movement of things. And so for this particular project, I want everything to be able to move freely. So I'm using them kind of as a joint, which it's going to have a lot more movement than if I just wire wrapped it straight on. So that's kind of the thought process behind that. And then this next portion is going to be super easy. We're just going to start connecting our links, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 2 links, 1 for each side. And I'm just going to do that again with a cold connection using the same oval jump ring, and I'm going to attach that side here into there. And since these are double-sided, it doesn't really matter which way they go on, which is great. And we're just going to alternate between the bead and the connector. Super easy. It's looking smashing already. I'm excited. Alright, so now all we're going to do is alternate these. Alrighty. Yep, just a smidge. Okay, so there we are. Now all we're going to do is add this little piece of chain. Before I add it, what I am going to do is I'm just going to marry up the ends here. And I'm going to find the middle. Give her a little snip. Okay. Now I just have one piece for each side. And I guess I could tell you how long it is. That might be helpful. I don't think I measured this to begin with, so looks like just about 6 inches on each side. And if that's a little long, if you want this to be shorter, I think I might like it long. So I'm going to leave it. But if you want it to be shorter, one thing that I would just suggest that you do is just double up your piece of chain on each side. And then it'll be shorter. But I was actually looking for kind of a necklace that for this outfit that I'm wearing today. And I think this might be the kind of necklace that I would need for this. A nice length. So I am just going to leave it long. And our lobster claw. Put that bad boy on there. And then this jump right here. For the end. All right, so that's what we got. That's all she wrote. I think it's very cute. I am going to flip to the other camera and show it to you on with this outfit so you can see. Okay, so here we are. So as you can see, I have on, you cannot see, I have on a black dress, just a plain black dress, and then this is just a blazer that goes on top. So this actually works out kind of perfectly. So let's see what it looks like on. I think leaving it long was a wonderful choice. I do. I think the long portion of this 4-inch long pendant is actually spectacular because it's going to hit right on, for me, it's hitting right in the V of this dress, which is great. I'm pretty impressed with myself right now. I don't know if you can tell, I'm very impressed with myself. So it's lovely. I think the long Y shape is nice. I think I will call this a Y necklace, kind of. I do really enjoy these components, and I think that it turned out really good. So I couldn't be happier with it. I hope you're all having a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.